Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about the floor, the palatal process of the maxilla and the horizontal plate of the palatine bone. The roof is narrow and formed by anteriorly being the bridge of the nose by the nasal and frontal bone. In the middle by the cerebriform plate of the ethmoid located between the anterior cranial fossa and the posteriorly by the downward sloping body of the sphenoid, the lateral wall. The lateral wall has three projections of the bone called the superior, middle, and inferior nasal concha. The space below each concha is called a meatus. The sphenoethmoidical recess is a small area above the superior concha. It receives the opening of the sphenoid air sinus. The superior meatus lies below the superior concha. It receives the opening of the posterior ethmoid sinus. The middle meatus lies below the middle concha. It has a rounded swelling and the bulla ethmoidates that is formed by the middle ethmoidal air sinus, which open on its upper border. A curved opening, the hiatus sibularinis, lies just below the bulla, and the anterior end of the hiatus leads into the funnel-shaped channel called the infundibulum, which is continuous with the frontal sinus. The maxillary sinus open into the middle meatus through the hiatus semilunaris, the inferior meatus. The inferior meatus lies below the inferior concha and receives the opening of the lower end of the nasolacrimal duct, which is guarded by a fold of the mucous membrane. Medial valve is formed by the nasal septum. The upper part is formed by the vertical plate of the ethmoid and the vomer. The anterior part is formed by the septal cartilage. The septum rarely lies in the midline, thus increasing the size of one half of the nasal cavity and decreasing the size of the other. The functions of the warm blood and mucous membrane. The presence of the warm blood in the venous plexus serves to heat up the inspired air as it enters the respiratory system. The presence of the mucus on the surface of the concha traps foreign particles and organisms in the inspired air, which are then swallowed and destroyed by the gastric acid. The olfactory nerves form the olfactory membrane through the cerebriform plate of the ethmoid bone in the olfactory bulbs. The nerves of the ordinary sensation are the branches of ophthalmic division and the maxillary division of the trigeminal nerve. The supply of the nasal cavity is from the branches of the maxillary artery, one of the terminal branches of the external carotid artery. Most important branch is the sphenopalatine artery and the sphenopalatine artery anastomose with the septal branch of the superior labial branch in the region of the vestibule. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Keep watching, keep sporting.